Hey, what's up, everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we got a new breakdown for you today. It's going to be on Miles Sanders, but really, and the reason I chose Miles Sanders just because he had one of the better running back times, and really, I just want to put a big concentration on the acceleration and drive phase. The longer that we've been doing this, the more I feel like being able to truly understand the ability to maintain a really good drive phase and also start phase is crucial in your overall success. So, notice here with that first step how low he's able to keep his overall spine while being able to create a good amount of knee flexion there on that first step, and then big shin angle, high heel position when landing. Second step comes through, drives that knee up, pulls back. Again, very forward here in that spine. I see a lot of guys where they pop straight up when you're trying to get going. He's still really far forward and really in a hinge position, right? So I'd really think that working on like your deadlift, okay, and improving that will have a huge impact on how well you're going to be able to perform when it comes to a 40-yard dash. Okay, and then when you go right into the third step, he does a really good job in the steps and in being able to keep his spine down while also getting a large amount of knee drive, which is something that is not an easy thing to do. We lost it a little bit there. This thing's getting a little bit weary with me. So third step there, high knee drive, keeping that spine angled. Here comes that fourth step. Now he's starting to get a little bit more upright, but he's still able to stay down, and he's able to keep that spine really long while he's again still getting a lot of knee drive. So he has excellent spine extension capabilities, which I've been working a lot of that on people, being able to maintain a good lumbar spine position. Okay, and then as he's going here, so he's getting slowly higher. He gets right on his seventh step there at the 10 yards, which is where, around where you want to be is passing that 10 yards. Then you definitely want to be, about 1.6. I know we've talked about this before. I don't remember exactly where he took off. Let's see where he took off here again. He took off at 3.5605 and then ended up getting to that pass there at 3.5755. So it took him about 1.5 to get that 10-yard mark. So very quick. Was able, again, excellent job maintaining that spine position. Now from here he's still able to keep a good drive, right? Even in here his spine does not look like how it does when he's here, right? Look how upright he is once he gets into this position. So we know that once he's in here, he's still kind of leaning forward. He's still creating a good amount of overall force or pullback in his leg, and that's what is a big separator. Is now he wants to still be able to, maximize your ability to pull back, right, and really pull hard back and through in each one of your steps, rather than having to focus too much on starting to get vertical. A lot of mistakes that I see with guys, especially now we got more going in the 40-yard program, I see a lot of guys making this mistake where they're trying to get too vertical too fast, right? Especially because we start to get down to getting that 10, and so you start running a lot of 10s, and then you start thinking, okay, once I get to 10, I can kind of pop up a little bit, but that's not the case. You want to be able to run through the 10 and continue to run through even probably until about 15, 18 yards is when you start to come up. You want to still be pushing back and not letting that heel get too high. Okay, you want to be driving back, keeping that shin and foot down. You never want to get to a position really where you're not getting your foot out in front of you and pulling your foot back. See how well Miles does this, where he gets that leg out in front and then pulls his foot back behind him. Leg out in front and pulls that foot back behind him. This makes it so he's able to have a lot of stabilization on his foot when he's landing, and also makes it so his turnover becomes that much more efficient. Okay, again, another big mistake that I see is that people, they lack efficiency during their contact time, right? So then they increase their contact time, and or they lack the efficiency in their transition time. So they increase their time because they don't have the right transition time, and or they impact how much overall step distance they're getting, right? We want to be, depending on your height, if you're about 5'10", 5'9", you want to be getting about 2.2 yards per step, Once you get into like the 6'1", you want to be getting about 2.5 yards per step. And then once you get into like 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", now you want to be closer to about 2.7 yards per step. This is at top end speed, obviously, but you want to be cognizant of how much overall ground we should be taking up. So now when you're watching yourself run, if you could see, oh shoot, I'm not getting to these points, now you can actually assess and break it down. The reason I give you guys this information is not to make it so to make it so you could use it and record yourself. You guys have the ability on your phones to be able to actually record yourself running and look to see if you're hitting these numbers, right? If you're coming to me, you should be coming to me on how we can improve these things, and what are some good processes for that. But you should already have some ideas here and what's going on. The thing that I see again, or with a lot of people as well, is that you guys are having a hard time facing reality, right? You want to look at the reality, look to see what your time's like, look to see how many yards you're taking up per step, look to see how many steps it takes you to run a whole 40-yard dash. We have plenty of information out there for you to be able to improve off of your time just by taking the actual time, energy, and effort to use these videos to make it so you could learn and improve. All right, you don't really need me. The reason people actually end up reaching out to me is just to be able to get a couple pointers here and there. But if you think you're going to be able to reach out to me to get all the answers, and that I'm going to have this magic crystal ball for these types of things, right? Like, this is stuff that you guys should be able to already understand. You should already know where your 40's at. You should already, when I ask you where your 40's at and you say you run 4.5, and then I go and look at it and you run 4.9, then you've been obviously resisting the numbers already in the past. So that I'm on a little bit of a soapbox now, but I do think that that's something that's very, very important for you guys to start doing, is really look at your numbers. We have to do that for our business. I can't say we're making $5 million a year and then only make 5,000. We got to be honest with what our actual numbers are in order to actually grow and be a sustainable company. It's the same type of thing for you in being an athlete. If you actually want to be an NFL athlete or Division I athlete, you got to take the time, understand your numbers, and be able to improve those numbers. Check out our programs if you guys want to get a little bit more information, and if you want somebody to be honest and real with you too, because that's something I'm not afraid of. Any one of you guys out there, you want somebody to be honest and real, let you know how it's going to be, just let you know how it is, I promise you 100% I will not let you down on that. I'll let you know exactly what it is that you need to do, and exactly what the honest feedback is of where you're currently at. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, you can subscribe down below, and that way you can get updates on any of the new videos that we get. Also, if you want to, you can check out some of our other breakdowns for speed and throwing. We have exercises, also jumping mechanics videos, a lot of great stuff within our channel. Hope you enjoy.